Hello students, Karnataka PU Board second PUC Chemistry Model Question Paper 5 solutions are here. MCQ, all there are 15 MCQs. As you can see, first question: when converting a disaccharide to monosaccharide, the bond that is hydrolyzed, we need to break the bond, and that bond is called as glycosidic bond. Second question: if molality of dilute solution is doubled, the value of molal depression constant will be. So molal elevation constant and molar depression constant are the properties of the solvent, so they remains unchanged. The third question: the relationship between crystal field splitting energy of octahedral and tetrahedral complexes are delta T is equal to 4 by 9 delta naught, and the reducing agent used to reduce carboxylic acid to primary alcohol in excellent yield is lithium aluminium hydride, option B. Fifth question: a plot between natural log of rate constant k versus 1 by temperature T, the slope is equal to minus EA by R. Sixth question: the correct order of basic strength in case of ethyl substituted amines and ammonia in aqueous solution is. Option A is the right answer. Secondary amines are more basic, then tertiary amine, then primary amine, and least is ammonia. Seventh question: aniline undergo bromination with excess bromine water to give 2,4,6 tribromoaniline to obtain monobromoaniline as the major product. Which sequence of reaction should be followed? It should be acetylating the amino group followed by bromination and hydrolysis. Eighth question: which of the following statement is not true about the acidic nature of carboxylic acid? It is the not true statement is the presence of electron donating group on the phenyl ring of aromatic carboxylic acid increases their acidity, because electron donating group decreases the acidity. Ninth question: the pair of electrolyte that possess same value for the constant A in Debye-Huckel-Onsager equation is. Option A NH4Cl and NaBr, because constant A value depends on the charges, and here in both the cases ammonium chloride and ammonium sodium bromide, the ratio of cation and anion will be 1:1 itself. 10th question: match the following when you match the complexes. Option A will be the right answer for this question. 11th question: two compounds A and B were being tested for their boiling point. It was observed that A started boiling after B when both were subjected to the same condition. So means what? A having more boiling point. If the compound B is acetone, which of the following can be the compound A? So if B is acetone, more than ketone, the boiling point higher you can find in alcohol, and that is propan 1-ol is the right answer with the same molecular formula. 12th question: the haloarine cannot be prepared from Sandmeyer's reaction is. Option C C6H5F. 13th question: although plus 3 is the characteristic oxidation state for lanthanide, but cerium also shows plus 4 oxidation state, because option C cerium in plus 4 oxidation state get a noble gas configuration. 14th: during osmosis the solvent molecules move from hypotonic solution to hypertonic solution. 15th question: the chemical formula of glycerol. Glycerol is a trihydric alcohol. Its formula C3H8O3. Filling the blanks, I have written the answers. You can refer. Now in part B, what are freons? Freons means chlorofluorocarbons. Example CF2Cl2. 22nd, the two conditions for effective collusion is activation energy and proper orientation. 23 question: name two functions of glucocorticoid. Glucocorticoid helps in carbohydrate metabolism and also act as anti-inflammatory response. They give anti-inflammatory response. 24th question: earlier members of lanthanides are quite reactive, similar to element A. So that element A is calcium, and with increasing atomic number, lanthanides behaves more like element B, that is element B is aluminium. 25th question: explain the preparation of phenol from isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene means cumin. It's a very easy and very compulsory asking question. In part C, inorganic chemistry, 26th question: give two reasons to justify catalytic property of transition elements. And the two catalytic properties are variable oxidation state, and they provide large surface area. And the catalyst used in Wacker's process is palladium chloride PdCl2. 27th question: what is a common oxidation state? common oxidation state of actinides. It is +3, and name the actinide element that exhibit +7 oxidation state, that is neptunium and plutonium. 28th question, write the three limitations of valence bond theory of coordination compound. The first is they did not provide magnetic data of the complexes. They fails to explain the color of the complexes and fail to distinguish between strong and weak ligand. 29th questions, reaction based from D and F block. So based on these statements, reactions of D and F block chapter written, you can refer. 30th question is draw the energy level diagram of crystal field splitting theory of octahedral complexes. That is very easy, expected question. And electronic configuration of D4 system when pairing energy is greater than delta naught is T2G3 and E1 EG1. 31 question, define half-life, a time required to complete 50% of the reaction, and we need to show that half-life of first order reaction is independent on initial concentration of the reactant. So this is the equation of first order reaction. Now in the place of R, you can write R naught by 2 because it is going to complete by 50%. In the place of T, you can write T half-life. When you calculate, you will get log 2 value 0.3010. After that, you will get a equation T half is equal to 0.693 divided by K. 32 question, plot a graph of molar conductivity versus concentration of KCl. Very expected question. This is a graph of both strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte. And which electrolyte limiting molar conductivity can be determined as strong electrolyte, that is KCl, by this graph. 33 question, in the laboratory experiment, a student dissolves 6 grams of urea and 180 grams of water at a constant temperature and observe that vapor pressure of the solution lowers than that of pure water. Name the law. That law is Raoult's law. You need to state the law and write the formula. Very expected question. 34 question, name the electrolyte used in mercury cell, KOH and ZNO, and the anodic and cathodic reaction I have written, you can refer. Now 34th question from organic chemistry, IUPAC name of DDT, P, P, para, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. This is a structure of DDT, you can refer. Then it is also says that it is enormously used in during worldwide basis after World War II because of malaria, because DDT also used to treat malaria. Next question is Wurtz-Wittig reaction. I have given the reaction, you can refer. Next 36 question, which disaccharide also called as invert sugar? It is sucrose. Its Haber structure is common question. What are non-essential amino acids? These are not going to synthesize in our body. We need to supply through the diet. And optically inactive amino acid is glycine. 37th question, the chemical reaction used to differentiate between ethanol and propanol. It is iodoform test, because in ethanol you can find methyl keto group. This part you can find in ethanol, so it can be distinguished by iodoform test. Coal-based reaction is expected question. 38th is structure. Write the structure and product of product obtained when aniline undergo nitration. It will give para nitroaniline, metanitroaniline, and orthonitroaniline. Name next question. Name one electrophilic substitution reaction that aniline do not undergo. That is Friedel-Crafts acylation, because aniline act as a Lewis base, so it won't undergo Friedel-Crafts alkylation or Friedel-Crafts acylation. 39th question is expected question. Steps of mechanism of acid catalyzed hydration of ethene to ethanol. In the separate video I have given chapter wise important notes, 1-page notes, you can refer that. 39th A and B both are very direct questions. And 40th question, composition of Rochelle salt, sodium potassium tartarate. How does it reacts with benzaldehyde? With benzaldehyde it don't react, because benzaldehyde lacks alpha hydrogen. Next, write the chemical reaction between cyclohexene with acidified KMNO4. So cyclohexene gives hexane dioic acid. Now come to problem section part E. The 41st question is from chemical kinetics. They have given one reaction, and the concentration is decreasing from 0.5 to 0.4 moles per liter in 10 minutes. So we need to calculate the average rate. So this is a formula to calculate the average rate. When you substitute and calculate, you will get 0.005 mole per liter per minute. 42 question, 43, and all the questions I have calculated, I will show you. Just 44 question you can refer. In 44 question, the vapor pressure in atmosphere vapor pressure curve for the solution containing non-volatile solid substance G and pure solvent is plotted against temperature as shown in the given figure. Calculate the molality of the solution. So Kb is given. So we know the relationship that delta Tb is equal to Kb into M, elevation in boiling point. First you calculate delta Tb by referring the two temperatures Tb naught and Tb. You can refer. You can calculate the delta Tb by referring these two temperatures Tb naught and Tb is given. By calculating delta Tb, now substitute in this formula and calculate the molality. So molality will be 0.1 mole per kg. 39b answer I have written here. You can refer 39b. Then similarly 42 question they have given one numerical where osmotic pressure and concentration of two solutions are same. One is 6% urea, means 6 grams of urea in 100 ml, and one is unknown, 5% unknown solute dissolved in 100 ml, that is 5 grams in 100 ml. So mass of urea by molar mass to find out the number of moles. Similarly unknown also mass by molar mass you can write. So mass of urea is given 66 and molar mass is 60, and unknown solution mass is 5 and molar mass we need to find out. When you calculate you will get 50 grams per mole. 45 question related to activation energy. So I have solved here. You can refer. You will get 53598 joules per mole. Similarly, 43 question related to Faraday's law. First you calculate charge by multiplying current and time t in seconds. Then to get 1 mole of chlorine you need 2 Faraday, means 2 moles of electrons. So that 1 mole chlorine volume is 22.4 liter. So to get 22.4 liter, this much charge is required. So if you supply this much charge, how much chlorine is going to produce, that you need to calculate. The answer is 208.9 liters. 46 question related to electrochemistry to find out the EMF of the cell. E naught value is substitute. Number of electron is 2. Concentration of Ni plus Ni2 plus is 0.160 and Ag is 0.002. So you will get log 4 into 10 to the power of 4. That is 4.602. When you calculate, you will get EMF 0.914 volts. So I have solved all the questions. I hope it is going to be useful to you. Thank you, students.